Hello, and welcome to Information Security Specialist Career Path. This is the ideal path for candidates who want to move to information security but they don't have a solid technical background. My name is Muhammad Atif. I am an information security consultant and a senior penetration tester with more than 20 years of experience managing IT security framework and penetration testing projects. I'm also a certified instructor. Now let's talk about the objective of this program, the Information Security Specialist. My scope is to let you end up with an information security specialist job. And if you do a small research about this specific position, you're going to find out that the average salary for an information security specialist it's between 73 and 139,000, which is considered a very good salary. I'm talking about annual salary. And also, if you search in different job websites, you're going to find that there is a high demand for such position. Now, the good thing about that it doesn't require that much of technical skills, which is very, very important. So some people want to move to the information security field, but actually because they didn't come from a very deep technical background, they think they cannot do that. As I mentioned, the objective of this career path is to end up with a job. If you follow the program very well, with all the phases, with all the assignment, you will end up getting an information security specialist job. And those are the points that will be covered during our program, which will be, first, we're going to give you the right training. Second, we're going to get you the right certificate, because it's not enough to get the training. If you are not certified, it will not help you get a job easily. Certification, as I keep saying in all my courses, it's like a driver license. You cannot drive a car unless you have a license, even if you know how to drive. But if you don't have a license, you will not be allowed to drive. Same concept apply in a job. So if you plan to work in the information security field, which is not really a very technical field, it's more into the management field, information security implementation field, you need to hold the certificate, but you need to hold the right certificate. So some people will spend money getting certificate, but they are not a very powerful certificate, so they will not add to their skills. So we're going to prepare you with the right training. We're going to let you get certified with the right certificate that is needed in the market today. Number three, that we're going to give you the real life experience that you need to know. It's not about the knowledge. You need also to know how to implement the knowledge. So if we are talking about policy and procedures, maybe the concept will be clear to you after taking the training, but still you will not know how to implement that in real life. When we are talking about risk assessment, a lot of people understand risk, but they don't know how to do a real risk assessment, or what kind of tools it can be used to do a risk assessment, a gap assessment. So the important point in this program is that you're going to get the real life experience. You're going to know how we are doing it in a real environment, in a way that if you, after finishing the program, if you get an interview and you get any question related to implementation, how we are doing that. Because in interviews, they will not ask you about definition. They will not ask you what is a risk or what is a threat or what is a vulnerability or this kind of question. They will ask you, how can you do a vulnerability assessment? How can you do a risk assessment? How can you manage the organization policy and procedures, and what is the baseline and how to implement it, and so on and so forth. So there will be some real life experience sharing with the people who are enrolled, and there will be assignment. So we're gonna give you some task to do, which will be a real life task or real job tasks that will allow you to understand the real environment and what it takes to secure any information management system. Once we finish this point, then we're going to move to preparing your resume and LinkedIn. If you plan to work as an information security specialist, you need to have a specific resume and you need to focus about specific keyword. It need to be shown on your resume and LinkedIn profile. If you just write down that you hold this certificate and that's it, this is useless. You have to mention what kind of skills you know in information security. And we're gonna get you ready for the interview. So according to our program, if you went through the phases that we're gonna plan and finish them the same way we are asking you to, and finish all the assignments that will be sent to you after finishing each phase, you will end up with an information security specialist job. Now, the program consists of 10 to 12 weeks of training. So you're gonna get a plan after enrolling in the course. You're gonna get your plan, and if you follow this plan, you can be ready to join an information security specialist job within from 10 to 12 weeks. This will include finishing the training and taking the certificate. But also I consider to make this as cost effective as I can, because I don't want you to spend any money in the wrong place. So you're gonna spend money in the training. I'm gonna tell you what certificate you need to get, and then you will be ready for applying for a job as an information security specialist. The plan is you need to get at least 3 certificates to be able to find this kind of job with this kind of salary. The first 2 certificates will be the CISSP, which considers the highest certificate in information security in the market today. So you need to get that. And I will give you the guidelines how to get the CISSP training and certificate. I'm going to give you the training and guide you in a way that you will get certified from the first attempt. You know, this is not an easy certificate, but if you check my student feedback on my website or on the CISSP course page, you will find that more than 96% of my students passed the CISSP from the first attempt. And then you're going to need to take the Certified Information Security Manager certificate. And actually, you don't need extra effort. Both of them will be done in just one step, because there is a lot of common area or common domain between those 2 certificates. So most of the effort will be done in the CISSP, but once you clear the certificate, you can sit for the second certificate without doing any effort. After finishing those 2 certificates, then you're going to drop me an email, or after finishing this phase that includes the 2 certificates, you will drop me an email to CISSP@infosec4tc.com. And this will be our main communication channel. I mean, this is how you're going to contact me if you have any questions. Besides, you're going to have other communication channel like a closed phase group for only member of this program, where I can set the assignment for you. I can follow with the progress. And also you're going to have a WhatsApp group, a closed WhatsApp group only for the member of this training. Then we need to finish 2 courses with 1 certificate. We're going to take the Certified Cloud Security Professional, and with the certificate, and the Certified Information Security Auditor. But you don't need to take this specific certificate right now. Now, after finishing this training, there will be some real life project involvement. So I will share with you some of the real life project documentation after moving any kind of confidential information related to any customer. But you will get to learn how to implement different kind of framework like ISO 27001, or different kind of compliance and regulation, or how to implement an information security management system from the beginning. What is the step for doing that? How to implement the controls, how to do a risk assessment, how to do a business continuity and a disaster recovery. So you will get to learn the real projects, how it's done, how to identify the scope of your project, how is the steps done, are we using specific tools for that? So this specific phase is very, very critical. Because you know what is the situation in the market today? A lot of people are holding certificate, but when they go to to an interview, because they don't have a real life experience, they will not pass it. And this is what I'm looking for. I want you to get the certificate with the real life experience. But how can you get the real life experience if you really didn't work as an information security specialist? This is what I'm going to teach you. This is what I'm going to guide you how to do it. So this specific phase is a critical phase of this project. And finally, I will send you some guidelines to set up your new CV and LinkedIn profile that will be placed to or used to apply for such job. So, to summarize, the program is not just giving you few courses or few training, it's mainly preparing you to get the training, the certificate, and the real life experience, which is a very, very important point, to be able to join a job the second day. Once you finish the program, you will be able to set up for an interview, explain that you can really do that. It's not just the knowledge that you have, but you also have the real life experience, and start a new job.